I think the thing that gets most people excited, speaking with you, is the promotion side and the bands and everything. Of all your experience, what was one of the more fun experiences, the promotions and the bands that you brought in? Is there one that sticks out there? That was kind of like that was something, or a top three type of situation?
Absolutely. Probably number one is Jack White at the Fargo Theater.
Oh, when he did the free deal at the Fargo Theater? That was I was going to bother with the crowd, so I mixed a cocktail and watch it online because it was free streaming. Too.
Oh, I didn't know it was streaming.
Oh, yeah. I turned off all the lights in the kitchen and poured a whiskey and I just watched that. That was awesome.
Similar to you, I sat in my office, which was like 4 buildings down from the Fargo Theater, and watched the streaming because it was a zoo.
And here we are, Fish, for the second iteration of what we're trying to create here.
All right.
Again, it's a podcast, video cast.
Do we have a name yet?
That's a top conversation piece right now.
All right.
So we've come up with a number of names with some help with some friends. So we're trying to name this thing. You didn't like Fish and Alt. Then we were going to go with the big ass white table because we're sitting at a white table.
Yeah.
Through conversations, we thought, well, we were told maybe that's not a great idea. It's not maybe a good idea.
Not in this climate, sir.
Exactly. Climate, environment, and everything. So now we're working on new names, and there's been some thrown out there. Control Alt Fish and Dish. Did I say that too fast? Did you hear me? Control Alt Fish and Dish.
I forgot that one existed.
There's Fish Alt of Water.
Oh, yes.
Did you forget all of these?
I did.
We had a conversation.
This is great. These are fun.
Sam, have you heard any of these? Sam's our producer, again, sitting in the wings.
What else did I say?
It's not all you, man.
I know.
It's we also had Artificial Intelligence. I don't know what that is.
Like artificial intelligence.
Oh,
it's
artificial intelligence. That's pretty clever.
Yeah.
Oh, that was from our fans.
Yeah.
Alton Fish Intelligence. Yeah, that was good. Shortened to AF1. Fish and Alt farting around. That's
fun.
That's too easy. So what was the new one you were thinking?
Oh, full frontal nerdity.
Full frontal nerdity. I think we're gonna have to take it to a poll. So we still don't have a name. We'll figure it out. We don't have to spend a lot of time. So now we've got 10 that we're gonna mull around with. So what's new? What's going on since last we gathered in our conversation?
Now I'm sweating like a shower door.
Are you right now?
Because that's just what I do.
It's hot summer outside, hasn't even started and you're already feeling the pain.
I know. It's my delicate ginger skin.
What is it? It's 82 degrees on a Thursday.
Far too hot for me.
You need to go wipe down again.
I did. I just did. You watched me do it.
That.
You watched me take a paper towel.
I'm really I wish I hadn't been. I was helping out. I didn't want to be standing watching that, but thank you for letting me into your world.
You did skedaddle pretty quickly.
No, but what's happening since last we talked? We really actually haven't really conversed since last we gathered.
No, we really haven't. No. Graduating kid. The other kid moved out. Still got a 10-year-old kid. Was living there. He won't seem to leave.
The 10-year-old won't seem to leave?
No,
I don't think it's. I don't think
he
it's
keeps
time.
showing up every day.
Yeah.
No, I got 2 kids moving out.
How big of a kennel did you get for the 10-year-old? Because mine was pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, it could stand upright.
It helps.
Just you can walk around a bit. It's
good not to have it too big.
No,
because then they lay in their own mess.
So they can run really fast and bang against the side and knock it over. So, yeah,
I can picture the sounds in your home. Not scary at all or questionable.
No, I was just talking to our guest who's going to.
We do have a guest for this episode.
This
I don't know why I keep looking over at Sam like there's
I don't know why.
We have Jade Nielsen who's going to be joining us in a minute. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I was just saying that I was just telling him that I'm fixing up a room in our house this summer. That's going to be my nerdatorium. Oh, hey, there we go. Full frontal nerdity.
In the nerdatorium.
In the nerdatorium. That's great.
I'll jot
all
that
my
down.
Collections and 80s toys of mine. That's where it's going to be. So that's my big plan right now. So maybe
Are you saying we're moving the
along.
location of our podcast to the nerdatorium?
I think so.
All right.
I'm going to get paneling.
I noted that.
Some nice 80s paneling. It'll be great. 70s.
You mean
80s,
like what Adam did at Starboard?
Paneling. Yeah, I haven't been there yet.
How have you not been Starboard Lounge?
I don't know. I just
we'll put a plug out there for Adam and Shannon.
Hard to get there for me.
God.
It's a whole
When
city
people in
between us.
Fargo Moore complain about getting to somewhere in Fargo
Yeah,
Moore,
I know.
it's sad. That's going to take me like 10 minutes.
I would sweat so bad.
You don't have to walk there.
Jesus, I'm gonna have to wipe off here.
Anywho.
All right. We should have our guest come out, I think.
Well, already?
Well, I don't know. What are you up to? You
I know. How about you
didn't
ask
seem to
about
have
my
much to
world a little
share.
bit? I don't have much to share.
Yeah.
I really want June of 2025 to be done. It's been a tough month. Let's go get Jade. We'll get Jade.
All right. Do I have to come with? No. Okay.
Jade, come on. Do you want to go and do another wipe down?
Oh God, dying.
Oh,
Hi there.
should we just keep rolling, Sam? Yeah, okay.
All right.
Jade, welcome.
Thank you.
We did a
Welcome,
really
Jade.
bad job of setting you up.
Oh, you
Fish,
did?
Well, I don't know why
Fish
you-
was rushing me.
I don't know
really
why you
just-
sent him like across like.
Well,
two
I was going to
buildings
talk
away or
about who
something.
we have here today and a little bit of background if people don't know what Jade does
Well, I
locally.
think we should have him here to do.
Well,
that.
I was going to set it up and then have him correct me in notes later. Like, that's all wrong. I can't believe you said that about me. So Jade, welcome
Thank you. Appreciate
to
it.
our. We don't know what this podcast is called yet. We're still working on
full
it.
frontal nudity is
Okay.
my
All right.
vote.
Right.
I can tell by his reaction he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna,
No,
it's
that
not
was
gonna
very
work.
soft, wasn't it?
I don't think that's going to work. So Jade, you have a number of things that you do locally. Your real name is Robert, correctly? Because when you were born on a counter of jadeite
No.
material. Oh,
My real name is Jade, and
Oh.
I still am not
Oh,
quite
who told me
sure
that?
why my name is Jade.
do you know what jade means?
Well, it's got a variety of meanings, I think.
Stone of the flank.
Oh,
Ah.
Take that. With you.
interesting.
That's
The
right. Or
flank.
stone of the side. The meaning's derived from the Spanish phrase "piedra de la hieda." Oh, that-
Wow.
I don't know. The
I
meaning
don't know
is
if that was
it's
impressive or
Spanish.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a horrible accent.
I've had a lot of people ask me if my parents were hippies.
Were they?
No.
Oh,
Probably the furthest thing from it. But no, I don't know. what
Don't-
the name
That's
is.
take-
funny. That's
don't-
usually when people ask like how I got the nickname Fish. That's
Yeah.
the first thing I say is my parents were hippies.
Well,
Not accurate at all.
no offense,
but-
Jade. Look at you.
I know.
I mean, it's reasonable to assume.
Yeah, no, my parents are definitely not hippies.
Not hippies.
What did your parents do then?
I mean, my father. So this is a long story. Yeah.
Well, nutshell. We got 20 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
no,
okay.
no,
Love to hear
really. So my father was a writer. So my father was a sports editor, photographer, writer,
Huh.
and worked for a couple newspapers in North Dakota, and basically did that until he passed away. My mom was just essentially an administrator in a clinic and a single mom, you know. So, and then she got remarried when I was a teenager, and my stepfather, who's still very much in the picture, is a banker. So I have like this weird kind of conservative business banker side, and then
I can see
this
that.
crazy gambling addiction.
Good for you. That's a great balance. Banking and gambling.
Yes.
Can't get in trouble with that at all.
Yeah.
No way the two will ever cross
No,
over.
no. So for people that don't know you, give us a little bit. Companies you own. What are you doing? What are you doing
Sure.
here locally?
I'm obviously, you and I know each other from Jade Presents. So I've
Right.
been a concert promoter for 30 plus years, since I was 19. Started doing it sort of as a hobby,
Yeah.
and eventually decided I probably needed to grow up and determine what I was going to do, and I was pretty good at it, So dove in, full bore. But I do a variety of things. I've really gotten interested in property and development and renovation.
Yeah, but
and
you've
stuff
been
like that.
doing that for a while.
Quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
making an impact locally.
I've always had an interest in design, even though I'm certainly not trained.
So is there a name to that branch of your life?
Well, not really.
Okay.
No, I mean, I have a couple different property entities. One of which is a Minnesota-based one that did a lake resort and has done some cabin flips and stuff like that. The one locally is just Jade Nielsen Properties, and 701 Collective are both local entities that own properties, one of which I'm sole owner of, and the other one I have a partner in.
Gotcha.
So
Cool.
yeah.
That keeps
Yeah,
you
yeah.
busy.
Yeah, and there's probably other stuff. There's certainly other affiliated entertainment companies. Our ticketing company, Tickets 300, Nocturnal Resources, which does all the staffing for Fargo Dome, Alair Center, Shields, Fair, those sort of things. So
Yeah.
I've definitely kind of stretched out. I mean, I determined, 10 years back that I could not be a promoter risk taker forever. I mean, the business is changing so much that it was time to kind of get involved in more sort of affiliate stuff where I could be supportive in the entertainment world here locally, but we don't have to be the promoter taking the risk.
Yeah. So promotion is what most people, I think, know you from.
Correct.
But really,
Yeah,
your passion has been the development and
Yeah,
design.
for sure. As
At
I've
least
gotten
recently.
older. Yep,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
recently learned my neighbor as well.
Yes,
That's,
we're neighbors.
that is.
so
See, that's
weird.
another small town. You're complaining about going to Starbird because it was so far in Moorhead.
Yeah.
Well,
And our first guest is your neighbor, for goodness sake.
that is a funny story though, because every time I get in my car around 4:00 on a Thursday or Friday, it asks me if I need directions to Harold's.
Oh.
So we're either at Starboard or Harold's.
I will say though, being summer, all the construction right now, it takes not 10, maybe 15 minutes to get in here now. It's a headache.
I'm an important person. I have to be places.
Yes, goes without saying. But you and I got to know each other when we were bringing back Fargo Fest. That's really where you and I kind of really connected.
Which was 15, 20 years ago.
At least 15.
Time goes so fast.
Because we did the original Fargo Fest, and then if people don't remember that, that's when we put the movie Fargo up on the north side of the Radisson, shut down those streets.
Which is great. Yeah.
And then for some reason or other, my partners at business, they didn't want to do it anymore because it was just too good of an idea. So we brought it back. You and I brought it back about 3 or 4 years later, made a comedy thing out of it.
Yeah.
And then, it just kind of faded again. It was actually that's like when we did the music thing downtown. It's like, it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah. And I mean, let's face it. I mean, especially in your business and in marketing, if you're spending a tremendous amount of time doing something and there needs to be returns or it's hard to justify.
Yeah. I really like the PR appeal of it. There was just so many other moving parts at that point. It was just time to retire it. But you kind of kept Fargo Fest going for a little bit, the comedy side of it, didn't you?
We still do Fargo Comedy Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still do that. It's like everything in our flyover country of North Dakota, it's very challenging to book. And so there's been a few times that we like doing it in the dead of the winter. There's been a few times that there just has not been the right comedy talent at that point. And so we'll do it in April, for example.
Sure.
But trying to get more into a cycle of like when you can plan those sort of festivals, or events, annual events. They should be really the same time of year, each year.
Right. Mm-hmm. Correct.
So we're working on
I
that.
agree. So I think the thing that gets most people excited, speaking with you, is the promotion side and the bands and everything. Of all your experience, what was one of the more fun experiences, the promotions and the bands that you brought in? Is there one that sticks out there? That was kind of like that was something or a top 3 type of situation?
Absolutely. Probably number 1 is Jack White at the Fargo Theater.
Oh, when he did the free deal at the Fargo Theater? That was insane. I was going to bother with the crowd, so I mixed a cocktail and watched it online because it was free streaming too.
Oh, I didn't know it was streaming.
Oh, yeah. I turned off all the lights in the kitchen and poured a whiskey and I just watched that. That was awesome.
Similar to you, I sat in my office, which was like 4 buildings down from the Fargo Theater, and watched the streaming because it was a zoo. It was packed.
Crazy.
Yeah. That by far was one of the most unique things. When the agent called me, and literally it was like, Jack wants to play the last 4 states he's never played, and we want you to promote 3 of the 4.
North Dakota was one of the last ones. That's hard to believe.
Yeah. We did North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I think somebody else did like Alaska or something along those lines that he had never played as well. But
did he end up playing Alaska?
I think so.
That's cool.
So the concept, is interesting because when the agent tells me $3, right? Because that's Jack's favorite number. It's like, how is this going to work financially?
For you, you mean?
For everybody.
Yeah, okay.
He took no pay. I think the premise was, and keep in mind this is a number of years ago, but I think the premise was like, Jack doesn't get paid until you've covered your costs, and then we'll figure it out, right? Well, at $3 a person times 800 people, you do the math. We paid rent of the venue, we paid production.
Take a loss?
I mean, every show was kind of similar. It was like, okay, we're going to lose a couple grand a night, but it's such a unique thing. We just let it be. Like, just let it be. That's easily by far the number one experience I've had. Cause so much now in this business is about money. And
What?
that
It's a profit deal?
and it's
Son
getting
of a
worse and
bitch.
worse.
I've been looking at it wrong. Jeez.
But the idea, that an artist would do that, like literally just for the fan, for the, for markets that he had never played, to me, that's very respectable.
Yeah.
So I wish there was more of that.
You said, how things have sort of changed or kind of alluded to that. To me, it's, bands would tour to promote an album. Now it seems it's more, that's how they're making their money, right? Is that, so how has that changed kind of the way
it absolutely has. And, maybe when record companies were signing big checks and signing acts and paying a lot of money, it was definitely a different beast. It very much was that the touring was just to support the record sales, CD sales, whatever it was at the time. Now, because most of their revenue is touring for most acts, there's no question that there's just more pressure on everybody involved in the touring side. So an act that might have played for us, 10 years ago, for 20 years ago, for 50 grand, now wants 150 grand.
Sure.
Because everything's more expensive.
Right.
And inevitably, how you get from 50 to 100 is triple the ticket price,
sure.
Which is unfortunate. That's kind of my biggest concern right now is ticket prices in general, and small acts that are growing that used to be $25 tickets are now $49 tickets.
Right.
And I just don't know. How long, the public will suffice that.
Certain place.
For sure.
It's like,
for sure. Absolutely.
I'm not going to go to that.
The one thing that I think has worked, I guess, to our advantage up to this point, and you guys know this in the marketing world, is people are so much more willing to invest in experiences now. So in my philosophy, and one of the ways that we sort of marry the real estate design, development, and the concert piece is I've been spending a lot of my time, probably the last 5 to 10 years, traveling, experiencing other markets, interesting neighborhoods and venues. What makes a venue unique and what makes that venue part of the experience of seeing that show? Because it's not just what's on the stage.
No. Let's say Armory in Minneapolis, man, that I saw, we saw Weezer there, took the kids. And I've seen Weezer many times. That was one of my favorite, just because of that space.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was like being outside but inside at the same time.
Yeah, I just went there for the first time a couple months back for Sturgill Simpson, and it was great. Yeah, great experience.
So why you're traveling, looking at other venues? I mean, are you looking to expand into other markets, or are you just looking for ideas here on a local level?
We've got ideas.
What?
I mean, needless to say,
I thought we just talked about phasing out. I mean,
well, you're right.
We're getting old, Jade.
That was a few minutes ago. I changed my mind.
Sunsetting.
I mean, realistically, if you look at sort of what we've started with Up District Festival Field,
which I absolutely love, by the way. Nice work.
And it will be, last year was a tough start, right? I mean, nothing like signing contracts for property in April and getting city approval in late April, and then having our first show in June. And this is an old rail yard, right? So we learned a lot last year. I mean, for one, that soil is virtually non-existent. It's like packed coal. And then maybe an inch of topsoil. So try to get grass to grow on that. We learned last year, very challenging. But
I was content with the straw you laid down.
It definitely, as we completely re-leveled it, reseeded it, and it's certainly in much better shape now than it was last year. But again, the premise of that whole space is like it's an urban field. Like, to me, I was probably most inspired by Austin, Texas, who has, a whole lot of like weird, funky bar deals with backyards that, have a stage or
That's
whatever.
on a whole different level. Yeah.
For sure. Because you can also use it 12 months out of the year there.
Right.
But for us, it was really kind of a combination of like being technically sort of shut down of doing events at Fargo Brewing Outdoors. mostly because of permitting, nothing against the city, but that area is not zoned for doing multiple amplified noise events, right? Ironically, we had already signed an agreement to purchase the land that Festfield is, but we didn't have any intention when we first signed the deal to use it for what we're using it for. But we were forced. It was already zoned downtown mixed use. And so when we were getting essentially kind of shot down on permits for Fargo Brewing, literally, guy in my office, Zach Click, mentioned like, what if we moved it across the tracks?
But you were already
there?
had the land at the time?
Correct.
Were you going to make it mini golf? What was your plan
No,
there?
because, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we bought Angels Arena.
Yeah.
And so around that, we started picking up parcels, and this was a natural, undeveloped 1 3/4 acres or so that we knew we could either utilize for parking or do something on it. But in order to kind of insulate our plan, long-term plan, we needed that land. But we had no intent to activate it for a few years. So it's kind of interesting how that happens. Last year we stuck a lot of money into that space, and
well, for what it was
tough.
worth, I saw the best concerts there and the best experience.
You were there, probably as
Spoon, Band of Horses,
Yeah.
Prof. They were outstanding, and I love the venue,
Right.
the way that you've got the food and the drinks and everything set up. I can't
You'll
wait
see
to
a
go back.
few little tweaks where we added 2 levels in our boxcar VIP area, so table rentals for the show, and then suite rentals on the, so we're doing those sort of amenity additions now that we didn't have time to do last year.
So like, are the suites like risen?
Correct. Yeah.
Are we talking 30 feet? What are we?
I think
Just
that-
looking
I think
down.
I think the suite, the 2 top suites, which thankfully are committed for the whole summer already, they are, I bet they're 20 feet off the ground.
Oh, that's fun.
It's full on, platform with railing and 2 staircases to get up there.
It's not like a dumbwaiter.
No, but we do have codes that we have to follow, even though it's an urban field,
Right. Very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, have you been there for an act?
I haven't yet. No.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, if you look at our lineup last year was okay for the first year, but it was.
You guys quit selling yourself short, man. Those are like my favorite bands rolled through there.
But yeah, you said Spoon was right.
Yeah,
Spoon
they were outstanding.
Yeah,
Band of
Spoon.
Horses.
Spoon
what
and
the hell?
Fantagram together was
right.
a great get.
It's crazy.
Prof was phenomenal.
I did not expect how awesome that that turned out to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was, don't get me wrong, good lineup, great music. Numbers as far as patrons were lighter than we had hoped. This year's
Maybe that's why I liked it. I don't like a crowd.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why. Keep it up.
This year we've already sold a lot more tickets this year than we did last year once the show's played. Yeah. So we have shows.
Who are the acts booked for that this year?
Sam Barber,
Do I
who
know
most people
Sam
over
Barber?
25 probably don't know.
I'm sorry.
But
I'm officially
that'll
over
sell out.
25. It's sold out?
It's not sold out
Oh.
yet, but it's close. It's the
Sam.
best-selling show.
Do you know Sam Barber?
I've heard, and I think
Sam Barber?
I think
there we
Sam
go.
Barber is 21 years old, 22 maybe, somewhere.
Sounds like
around
a
there,
punk.
Well, some people might call him that.
good for nothing.
All right, who else you got?
Kids.
I'm ranking them now.
We have Social Distortion. That's what
I'm there. I'm
we
there.
start with that next Friday.
That's fun.
We've got Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
I've heard good
who's
things.
doing great.
Have you heard of them, Fish?
No.
Rainbow Kitten Surprise. It's
No.
not a pie anymore.
Surprise. No.
No. Exactly.
That's probably and Trampled by Turtles. Sierra Farrell, who's
Do you
won
like
a
Trampled by
ton of
Turtles?
bluegrass awards recently, and
There might be more booked in the future, I would think.
yeah, I
right?
think there'll be a few more. Yeah, I think we'll be around 15 shows there this year.
Very cool.
So
Awesome.
I love it.
yeah, definitely, Fish. You should check it out,
Yeah.
especially like knowing you're a Weezer fan. You're into interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
and now that
stuff.
you have grass there,
and now
that
we
makes
have
you feel
grass.
better.
There's probably still going
It's
to
not
be
such a mess.
some dirt and some straw. But
I'm not afraid of dirt and straw.
Keep rolling around in it. Are you still booking Blue Stem? Are you still in
Yes.
that? Okay.
do you have any follow-up questions on that?
Did you? I do not.
I felt like you were leading me to water. There's
I wasn't
so much
exactly.
I could say about that.
Speaking of blue stem, I hear that I actually haven't heard a thing.
No, I mean,
Do you want to? Would you like to go on record? Because no one's ever going to see this. Come on, this is only for us.
This will be in a few years.
That's
anyway. Right. Blue stem has been really challenging to book this year, and I mean, I think most people could kind of see that in the lineup. We have 5 shows announced now. We do have 2 more that are going to roll out in the next few weeks, so that's 7. You know, we'll probably make it to 8, but it's been really, really hard. And 2.
Help me understand
Yes.
why. Yes, why?
2 reasons.
Okay.
First, Trollwood. Right?
Yeah.
So we have no use of that venue right now between the 2nd week of June and the 2nd week of August.
It's kind of prime.
Yes. So you have 2
there.
months that we have to tell everybody that calls, no, we don't have a venue for you to play.
But it always seems, though, being a music guy, that they don't hit the upper Midwest until the end of their tour in like end of August, September. End of September. Is that just in my brain?
You're right. But, you know, like this year, for example, we got a call about doing Beck with the Fargo Moorhead Symphony.
Oh.
Would be a fantastic show for old farts like us, right? But
wow,
we don't have a venue in July, you know, so that continually happens. Like we have a long list of shows that we just could not accommodate because of Trollwood. And this is no offense to them, obviously. That's why they built the place, right?
Yes. It's for the children.
It is.
Jade.
Okay.
They're our future.
The other challenge that we have this year is the Trollwood set. Okay. So in years past, I've been able to beg, plead, you know, get artists to perform around a partial set, which could be plywood, 2x4s, you know, whatever. We'll drape it, make it look good. But for some reason, they don't want to do that anymore. So we lost Chicago to Shields Arena. We lost Whiskey Myers to Shields Arena. You know, so between losing shows like that and then having this 8 weeks of non-use, it's going to be tough.
That's the scheduling thing. You know, when we were involved, or I am, with the Fargo Dome, when they were looking for that vote and that got voted down, and everybody has this perception that you don't bring in the right acts and everything, and Alaris is beating you and all that. It's like they've half of their calendar is booked.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of sports things happening there. Oh, it's always empty. I'm like, no, it's really not.
There's a lot that
it's really
the
not.
Public doesn't recognize.
It's really what's in it for me. Therefore, if it's not for me, I'm just going to sit here and complain about it.
Right.
Yeah, that just doesn't drive me nuts at all.
People don't complain.
No, people's nature is not to complain.
No.
That's what I've
They
really
always look for
found.
the best
They
in
absolutely do. Got really good eggs around here.
That's right.
Yeah.
You said Beck. I mean, one of my favorite concert moments. So I got to see Beck at Horde Fest in Wisconsin. Is like 96 or something like that, and managed to make my way up to the front of the stage. And he had this feather boa, and he put it around the mic stand, and he like kicked it out, and like brought it back. I was like,
where was that at?
Shows Horde Fest at Somerset.
Oh,
Wisconsin.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I've never seen him. That would have been fun, but it's not going to happen.
I've never seen him either. It's not going to happen this year. No. So, you know, I mean, it you know, certainly we don't like missing opportunities. So we're trying to navigate those waters with Blue Stem. You know, we'll see what transpires, which I don't know yet. But.
So how many booking venues do you have here just locally? I know you've got Bismarck and you've got other stuff going on.
I mean, so we've handled the Fargo Theater exclusively for many, many years. Sanctuary, which is you know, obviously relatively new. Blue Stem. We do some stuff at the aquarium, but there's other promoters that do as well. And then Fest Field. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. But we've got some new stuff planned.
like
back.
we've stated, you've got a plan.
Well,
I've got a dream.
You mean those of us that have been here for a while, I mean, understand